Hey everyone, welcome back to the Encourage to Try with Me a podcast, episode 33. So, in this episode, we are going to talk about the three misconceptions that I had about growth. So, the very first misconception, I thought growth came with age or it was automatic. I soon realized that it was not. You can for sure learn certain things through experience, but if you are not intentional, this is the word, intentional about your growth, if you're not working towards your growth, you're not really growing. I mean, that's just for my experience. I was only able to consider myself growing when I started reading books, listening to audiobooks, doing self reflections, looking back at the lessons that I learned or the traits that I did or the old habits that I did in the past that were both helpful and unhelpful, and how I was able to take only the helpful ones and remove the unhelpful ones and just adding more helpful lessons for me to be able to grow. So, the second misconception that I had about growth is a straight path that is easy. I soon realized the hard way that growth is found through painful experiences. There are certain experiences or lessons that you get to learn through reading, through advice, things that you don't need to go through, but some things you have to learn the hard way. For my own experience, I never knew or never learned delayed gratification when I was younger. So when I grew older, that is where the hardship came in terms of me dealing with delayed gratification. Because if you don't have the discipline to control yourself and just let the need for gratification to just constantly feed you, it's not helpful. So, in terms of delayed gratification, I always lean towards emotions rather than logic. What is more realistic at that moment? During 2020, when I had to resign from my job, I realized that I didn't have the stable income anymore. Once I realized that, my delayed gratification was challenged because if I wanted something, I no longer have the ability to purchase it through impulse because I only have an ample amount of savings. For the past 3 years, my savings dwindled. And fortunate enough, I had side gigs here and there to keep me afloat for quite a while. I was doing a lot of things at that point because I was trying to discover what do I want to do, what are the certain skills that I need to learn for me to generate income. Once I was able to focus on one thing, which is video editing, and it came a point where I got a client, and that's where I was able to be paid to learn, even though I was just getting paid like a very low pay. It was something that motivated me because it was the very first time that I got paid for something that I intentionally learned as a skill. And then came 2024 when I was able to get a stable income, even if it was not as big, but it was enough for me to afford mentorship programs in order for me to learn faster and be better faster. Through those experiences, I intentionally put myself in a place where I had no choice but to grow, that this is the only thing that we're going to do and get better at. Burn all your boats. There is no way that I would waste any time on anything else other than this. This is everything that I'm going to invest on. So that is how I was able to learn delayed gratification. Number three, the misconception that I had about growth is that I never knew that growth has to have sacrifices. So I had to sacrifice going out, time spending on entertainment, not really sacrifice, but I sacrificed the old habits that I had before, like indulging in food when I'm stressed or not doing work when I don't feel like it. I also learned how to be disciplined with my own body because you're heavily reliant on your creativity when you are editing. So if I don't work out, my mind will be cloudy. So it goes hand in hand. I should work out and I have to have a strong body in order for me to generate income for myself. I'm focused on the mindset of if I don't work, I won't get income. I do have that patience to get good at what I do so that in the future, I would be way, way better than where I am today. Looking back at last year, I didn't have many opportunities in terms of work, but now it felt like the opportunity came to my lap and I'm just making the most out of the opportunities that I have and just keep on growing. So with those misconceptions, the three things that I learned. Number one, growth is not automatic, but intentional. Number two, growth happens and is tested through pain. And number three, growth requires sacrifice. So, in terms of that, I hope you gain a lot of value from this episode. If you have any questions, concerns, or feedback, please do let me know. Just comment in the comment section below. And I'll see you soon on the next episode. Bye.